Hi, this is my video for 6-5. For this lesson, we're going over how to add in our heads really quickly without having to write stuff out. I'm going to show you how easy this can be. So you're going to practice for a little bit first before you get into the word problems. So we're going to start with this one. 200 plus 200 equals what? If I write that out the long way where it's all vertical, 200 plus 200, and I add, starting on the right with my ones, 0 plus 0 equals, well, that's easy, 0. So this one would be 0. So I just have to add 2 plus 2 equals 4. Wait a minute, I could have done that in my head. That's your goal, boys and girls. I want you to do this in your head without writing it out. So over here, I would just see 200 plus 200. Watch these zeros. I can skip over them. 0, 0. Just add my hundreds. 2 plus 2 makes 4. Going down. 300 plus 300. Well, 3 plus 3 is 6. And I just add on those zeros, because there's zeros here. Now when I scroll down, sometimes they won't be the same number. Here, let's skip down to 900 plus 100. 9 plus 1 makes 10, and then I still have to add 2 zeros. So I get 1,000. Now if I did it down here and I just thought, okay, 9 plus 1 makes 10, I can think in my head that doesn't make sense, because 900 plus 100 should not be a really small number. It also shouldn't be this number, because 100 plus something else should not equal 100. It should be bigger to 1,000. So watch out. Make sure that you're using that awesome brain of yours and think, does this make sense? Okay, moving down to the word problems. Or not the word problems yet. We've got some problems where we don't always have zeros. These numbers all have zeros, but these ones do not. How easy are these to do? Let's find out. Let's do our first one. 100 plus 134. 100 plus 134. Now if I start again with my ones on the right, 0 plus 4 equals, 4, that's easy. 0 plus 3 equals, again, 3, that's super easy. So then 1 plus 1 makes 2. Well, that's all the work I had to do. I didn't have to try and do anything else, which means I only had to add my hundreds. So if I go over here and look, I have 100 plus 134, just made 2 hundreds, and then the 34 that was left. So let's try again another one. 200 plus 245. If I add my hundreds together, 200 plus 200, I get 400. Then my zeros, I don't have to worry about them, so I just have 45 left. Do one more down here. Let's do our 500 plus 478. Do I have zeros? Yep, so I can do it in my head. Always check if there's zeros. If there are not zeros, don't try and do it in your head. Write it out in the vertical form. If you need to write it out this way just to check, do so. That's okay. Don't ever feel bad if you need to take a little extra time to learn. This is your learning. So if I were to do this in my head, I know these zeros keep that 78, so I just have to add the hundreds place. 500 plus 400 makes 900, and then my 78. Super simple. Sorry, my cat got on my desk. Okay, moving down. These are some word problems that you might encounter during your work. A camping club buys some raisins. They buy 3 cartons that have 100 bags each. They also have 24 bags left from their last trip. How many bags of raisins does the club have? So I'm going to start with this part. 3 cartons that have 100 bags in each, and I'm looking to see how many bags of raisins there are. Bags. So I know that's going to be my label. So I'm going to draw out, we'll draw it in purple for my cartons. These are my cartons. And inside, they each have 100. Then I'm going to draw my 24 bags that are left over. If I were to draw that in the, say, 10 way, I have 2 10s and 4 1s. 2, 3, 4. Does it look kind of familiar to you guys? It should. So I have how many bags in all? Remember, I don't have 1, 2, 3. I have 100, 200, 300, 24. So I end up with a total of 324 bags. Next problem that you might see. This one is the same idea, but it's just worded a little bit different. All of the students at a school go out on the playground. So we have all the students out on the playground. Woohoo! They form 8 groups of 100. I'm going to underline that to remember. And 6 groups of 10. And there are 5 students left. So I would think of that as 5 students of 1. So there's 5 single students. How many students go to this school? Well, we know that all the students are on the playground. So I know that if I add all these up, I'm going to get all the students. So our answer would end up being in students. Then I need to add these, but I'm not going to add 8 plus 6 plus 5 because I have 8 groups of 100. So I'm going to draw out hundreds. 100, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 800 students that are in these groups. And I also have 6 groups of 10 students. I'm going to draw that in 10 sticks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then I have 5 students that are left over. So that would be 5 1s. 2, 3, 4, 5. These are all my students. Again, this looks so familiar. When you do your own word problems, please draw it in a picture like this. It'll make your life so much easier. So add these all up. You have 800. 800 plus 60 plus 5. Wait a minute, I can just count that. 865. That's your answer. There are 865 students at that school. Good luck on your homework for 6-5.